What is up, YouTube? Good morning, welcome back, and if you're new, hello, and I hope you guys stay because you guys will really like this channel. If you guys like farming at all, right now we're gearing towards the end of corn silage season, and then we'll get right into tanking manure. But this whole video is going to be about corn silage, and I'm going to be running this wagon and running the pack tractor some, and you guys are really going to like it. We're going to throw in some drone footage with it. It's going to be really cool, so stick along, and thank you guys for watching. This is my brother Jordan. He's running a Challenger tractor on a Smith wagon. So right here we got our scale. This is dryer feed, so I'm not weighing that much. Before we were weighing, last load I brought, which was some wetter stuff. I weighed 77,000 pounds. Now I only weigh 66,800. This thing usually hauls, depending on your feed, 15 to 20 ton is about all you can get on this. You can see we got the new concrete here. It's already, Dad's actually got to back up past the concrete to even get it up the pile anymore. You can see them there. It's a pretty nice big pile, so. I have to move this tanker so that one of the hired guys can wash it. We got four of the 5 tanks washed already. This is the last one to wash. So, and then we'll get right back into tanking next week or something. But we'd like to start with them all clean if we can. We like to get them clean as quick as we can. So here we have our molasses tanks. We poured that concrete ourselves. I don't know, maybe a month ago already. But here's the tanker. These are dry cows, and then we've got a fresh cow pen right here. You can see over there though, there's the pile. So that's the bunker, and then there's the barns back there, and here's the tractor we gotta move. He already started it, but he didn't finish it yet. This is our hired hands tractor. We don't really, I mean, it's not like he owns it, we own it, but he gets to this is kind of his tractor. He runs it like 90% of the time, so that's how we do that. We all like to run the same exact rig, so the same tanker gets hooked up to the same tractor every year if we can make it that way. The reason for that is so that you can tell when any little thing goes wrong. You know your rig. That's the big thing, is knowing the equipment you run. You got to know it. If you don't know it, then when something little goes wrong and then it turns into something big and then it's expensive, and it's like, oh shoot, now we just wasted all that money just because we were switching around rigs, and there's no reason to do that. So I just got to back this over this manure ramp here, and then it'll be right where it needs to be. So we've got our haylage pile here. This is first cutting, so we haven't touched first cutting yet. We actually still have some of last year's left, but we did feed almost all of second cut already. Just the way the bunker worked out this year, we had haylage left from last year, which we usually don't have much left, but we had a lot left this year. So we got our way back here. This is all concrete, and we've got this right here, and then behind me is the 2 barns. I love how this widescreen makes these barns look so big, which they are pretty decent size, but they're not like the biggest barns ever. So we've got heifer pen here, which we call heifers, first lactation cows, and then we've got another one here. This pen's up getting milked. They're scraping it right now. So every time a cow comes back from the parlor, they have a clean alley to walk on. And they also have clean beds, because when the cows get taken up to get milked, they go through with a hand rake and rake out all the manure out of their beds. So they always have super clean stalls, and that just helps the cows be more comfortable and make sure that the cows are clean. So the chopper broke down, and Dad wanted help to finish packing the pile. So I'm gonna go out there and help him pack, get caught up, and then maybe go over and see if I can help fix. Probably won't do much, but we'll see. I don't know what's wrong with the chopper. Someone said, I think Dad said something about a gearbox. Look, we just put a new gearbox on, like, I don't know, maybe a week ago. So I don't know what's up with it. Maybe there's something more wrong to it that's taken out the gearbox. I don't know. We're gonna get this thing started. He's got most of the pile covered, but this thing packs better. It's got the narrower tires. So I'm in this one. This one doesn't have a blade. Dad's right there. Like I said, he's got most of the pile done, but we're gonna go over it all again. Get it really good. You can see here it's quite the climb to the top. And then off this backside here, we've actually already got some plastic put down. We started with right here, so that's all the old stuff over there. You can kind of see the ridge there. I don't know how good you can see it. And then, so we covered this first spot because we knew we weren't going to put any more down there. We got the pile all done now. You see Dad's tractor's there. Dad went to the chopper with my brother Brad, so I'm gonna go take this there and hopefully we can get chopping soon, because we got only a couple days left. So it kind of stinks that we were not able to finish yet, but that's okay. The pile's really big and it looks really good. This right here is one of our fields as well. We already chopped that. Actually, that was probably 2 weeks ago already that we chopped that. I just got here.
Yeah, I know it helped you. Holy cow.
Cody, what's going on here? You gotta explain to YouTube what's going on.
The locking collar is sitting right against the seal, causing it to heat up.
Well, how did you know that it was heating up though?
Well, it wasn't originally heating up. I went out because my metal detector was going off, so I went out and checked the gearbox. That's usually, not usually, but that's sometimes why the metal detector goes off randomly.
Because it was loose.
Yes, because the gearbox was loose.
Oh. Gotcha.
So then I tightened the gearbox up, and then it was sitting too close to the locking collar.
Did you want to put no on?
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah, oh, no. Take her slow.
It's not quite off the ground. There you go.
Got the bushing on there already?
No, it just slips on. Yeah, you can line them up. You're good for forward.
So this is actually the neighbor's shop that they let us borrow because we don't have a shop, but that's their combine. And we got all the trucks sitting here. I'm gonna put the head on the chopper right now.
Under here, yeah.
He's under the
bottom's
top.
not good
Yeah,
yet.
but it'll go in.
Bottom's lining up, right?
Yeah, it lines up.
You gotta lock it on.
You gotta pull up, pull. No, the.
What pin?
This one.
Oh. That's it then? Come right off and they get mounted back here.
Here, Brad, I can get it. Yeah. We gotta take this truck. This is the neighbor's truck, but we use it for silage. They allow us to borrow it, so I gotta take it down for Jordan to take. So that's what I'm gonna do. So we just got back. The chopper is going now. Dad wants me to move some more dirt for him, so that's what I'm gonna do. We got that done. Basically, what I was trying to accomplish there was just make it so Dad could back off the back there, because we got the ramp so far out now. This is what this is called. It's called a ramp. So it just ramps up to the top of the pile. He called the base layer here that works its way up the ramp. And you can see here, I just got all this leveled off so he can back up. I had some of it done, but he wanted more. I just had to come and grab the payloader because there's some grinding that needs to be done that did not get done. So that's what I'm doing. I gotta go take this out to the bunker. The grinder's already out there. It's a tub grinder. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So you can see these bales here. They're already unwrapped. And the grinder's over there. So I gotta go get it. Bring it over here, start it up, grab the payloader, dump the bales in. They told me to only do like 3 for now, just so that my younger brother Jordan can have time to just feed the one pen that needs to be fed yet. All right, we got it backed up and everything. All I gotta do is select my PTO, turn it on. Max RPMs. Basically what we're going for here is we're just taking them long straw pieces, because this is wheat straw is what it is. And all we're doing is taking them long pieces and making them into smaller pieces. What that does is just allow us to, it makes it so that our cows are not, you know, picking through their feed. They're just eating the feed as a whole, which is what we want. We don't want them picking through and just having one thing. We want them to have everything they need. It's a little bit of a tight spot here. Usually we like to do this kind of stuff in the big bunker, but obviously the big bunker's full of corn silage, so we'll get a good view of it. The biggest thing with dumping this in is just to try and do it as light as you can. So you don't want to pound it in. You really want to set it in there when another bale's already in there. So I was a little bit late on that one. I'll grab one more here real quick. So we're just gonna grab this bale like this. Got it in the left side of my bucket. So the nice thing, this bucket's actually bigger than what the entire tub grinder is. So if you get it the whole bucket full, you're not going to be able to dump it in without spilling much. So filling one side of the bucket with one bale is a lot better than filling up the whole thing with a bunch of loose straw. Just going to set this in lightly if you can. There we are. That was a nice one in there. Keep this pile, make sure it doesn't, you know, build up too much and end up, you know, coming back on the conveyor at all. Just makes it easier for the conveyor. This is what the inside looks like. It's got these hammer mills here. I believe that's what they're called. And then the tub just spins and it has them spacers on the outside there and it grabs the straw. You can see it doesn't quite get it all though. So if we really wanted to, we would have to hop in there and push it down and then go out and start it and do that process. So now that we got that done, I just gotta go clean up that little bit of mess. I'll show you guys what the particle length is like. I gotta hop back in my tractor and start packing again because he's falling behind. You see here, this is our one water pit. So when this pit fills up, this is only about 1 million gallons. So then we dump it into the bigger pit there when this one gets fuller. If you guys have stuck around the whole time and watched all my videos, you know that because I showed where we were transferring pits the one time. So this is what it turns out to be. Pretty decent. The hay buster's old, but it works really well. The cows like it. They like the grinded up stuff. So we grind all of anything that's not forage and not grains, we grind. So if we have grass in for the heifers, we'll grind that. We grind that straw, and then we got hay here that Jordan ground yesterday. Then it got too windy, so he had to quit. But this hay is actually even ground finer. But so yeah, that's how we do that. So right back to packing we go. So some of that dry hay there, Philip, who is our hired hand, is loading that up, and he'll take that home to the babies. I call it home because that's where I live. It's the babies. So we have 3 different farms. We have the dairy farm, and then we have a heifer farm, and we have where the babies are, which technically another heifer farm, but so then the babies go there, and he's taking some to the wean calves. So if you ever see that red wagon there, and you wonder why one of the sides is off, that's actually why. Just because we use that wagon to carry feed from farm to farm. And we had a sign. We used to have 3 of those wagons. We sold 2 last year so we could buy the Smith wagon. And we tore apart one of the sides on the wagon. So we took the good side off of that wagon and put it on the other wagons that we sold. And it worked out better this way anyway, because now we don't hit when we load it with the payloader. There goes Jordan right there. He's gonna go grab that tractor and probably hook it up to a mixer. But you guys can see Jordan down there mixing feed. He's adding corn silage right now to that straw. And then he's got some minerals to put in and stuff like that. Some dry corn, some canola. He's got to go to the shop to do that. So we are going to go get the light tower on. It's getting pretty cold out. Lately it's been about 50 degrees at night. So we were actually able to turn our fans off in our barns. We haven't been running them for like 3 or 4 days now, which is super nice. It's quiet when you walk in the barns and stuff. But we got to put this light tower up so that way we can see to keep chopping. So basically what this is a crank here that runs a cable from there to here, and it pulls it upwards. To get it up in the air, I have to crank this one, which is a hassle. But we'll get it. Packing in the nighttime. That's what the lights look like. They honestly light up super well. It lights, but the only problem is like it only lights, you know, over there. Towards the back here, it's dark as heck, and without these lights, it's literally dark. So that's the one problem with it, you know. But it's not really a problem because just like the only way to fix it would be to spend a bunch of money and put lamp posts around your whole bunker. So, and that would be crazy expensive for 2 weeks out of the year that we would truly use them. You know, we would use them every morning because we start feeding when it's dark out, but I don't know if it'd be worth the electricity bill and the materials and the time and labor to put it in.